everyone, this is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today we'll be looking at a figure from the Portrait of Pirates line, and that is the Strong Edition Portgas the Ace. Okay, so this figure itself, I think it's pretty old. It's about almost 5 or 6 years. I'm not too sure, but I got my figure brand new. The figure's condition, it's absolutely perfect. Just that the box itself, it's a little bit damaged. I can show you guys later on. Yeah, so I think this is a pretty interesting figure of Ace. I'll talk about it later, alright? Okay, so real quick look of the box. Okay, you can see that it's written here POP Strong Edition, and this is Portgas the Ace in Japanese. This is the silver toei sticker to prove its authenticity. So this is the front view, this is the side view, angle of Ace, this is the other side. Just different variations of how you could put Ace in. There's more of it at the back, just how you could play around with the parts, and more pictures of Ace. This is the top view. Alright, and I think that for the Strong Edition POPs, their boxes are pretty boring, and in terms of color and in terms of design, it's pretty monotonous, I would say. So there's really nothing much to talk about for the box itself. So what I want to do is move right straight into the figure, and that's where the interesting part of the video is. Okay, so before I start, I just want to say that this is how I have Ace displayed in my display shelf. Okay, I think this is the best demonstration, not demonstration, I mean the best display pose of Ace given his accessories, in my opinion. Alright, so let's quickly talk about the number of parts this figure comes in. So I have some of the other parts in the case. I keep them back very well when I don't use them. So you have Ace's head. So this is one, it actually comes off, so you can have him on or you can have it off. I'm going to show you guys later how you can do it. So you can have the head, you have these two pieces of flames which are optional as well. You can have that on or not. You have a pistol here, small pistol, you have a large gun. Actually you have two large guns. Their designs exactly the same with one another. Just that they are mirror images. Yeah, they're mirror images of one another. And we have an interchangeable arm, a right arm, so you can have Ace's right arm coming down or going upwards like that. And of course it comes with a hand, a right hand. This is the left hand, this is another right hand. Okay, so just real quick, tell you guys how do you demonstrate this figure and how you're gonna use the parts. So if you want to have him holding the two big guns, it's really simple. You just need this hand over there. See this hand? This hand, it's like I said, is a mirror image of this hand. So this hand will be the one holding this big gun. Okay, and of course this hand will be holding this big gun. It's up to you for the right arm itself. You want him going down or going up, as I mentioned. Okay, and if you want him holding this pistol instead of putting in the pistol host. Sorry if I'm pronouncing things wrongly. Yeah, and you have to use this right hand instead. So this right hand is for holding the pistol, and of course you have to swap. Alright, if you want to have him using just the flames, you basically have this right hand on with this fire effect, and you have to put this left hand over here, do a swap. So this left hand is basically just like him doing this, right? It's just like he's using his devil fruit powers or anything. Yeah, but alternatively you can do it like me with him having the flames and holding the gun. So this is a bit of amalgamation. Then later on, I think what I'll do is that maybe I'll just take pictures and of probably 3 or 4 ways you could put all this, and I'll cut them in my video. I'll see what I can do. Okay, and alright, I just want to quickly talk about the detail of the figure. Just bring this close. Let's just get a focus on. Okay, and you can see that I just want to talk about Ace's expression first, and I think that this figure was sort of the turning point of how Ace was displayed in the POPs. So you get a new versions, the earlier ones. I think the Ace 1.5 or whatever. I'm not too sure. Their faces are more of the old school, you know, like the original artwork of Ichiro Oda is the different version, but this is the more. It looks more like the modern Ace version, similar to the 10th edition and the one the Marineford. I'm not too sure what you call that. Yeah, so this expression is pretty on point, pretty much like Ace. The eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, the Ace's smirk. His trademark freckles are a bit too light. Not sure if you can see. Okay, maybe I should just bring up the camera. They're a bit too light and it's not really obvious. Yep, and I almost can't even see it myself barely with my naked eyes. So, but this thing, the expression is pretty well done. So gotta give it to them for an older figure. And of course you can see that his hat is just really his trademark hat, but in black color, but black in color instead. You get this metallic beads, and you get a smiley face and a frowning face. The details are not as good as the newer ones, but I think at a point in time it's pretty good. And this is the All Juniors Jolly Roger, if I'm not wrong, because he made this hat for did he make this hat for Ace? I'm not too sure, but yeah. And the beads over here, his chest, same as well, metallic. You can see that his chest is well sculpted, pretty defined, and you have the inner blue shirt with orange polka dots, as well as the black coat on the outside. The creases are really well done, as you can see from the back. Really well done. Give it a bit of volume motion, as most POPs do. Yep, and even his arms, you can see these crosses on both sides. His sleeves, so the button. Okay, and I really love the flames as well. I think the flames really awesome and cool. That's why I couldn't resist not putting them on at all. And if you're wondering how do you put them, it's you just have holes for this one, like the holes for the 2 fingers. So this is his right hand without the naked, without the flames, and you just tug it there. It's not supposed to be tight, it just sits on it. Okay, and this one, it just kind of, it looks like this, and it just catches onto the arm like that. And you can of course rotate it around, but I prefer to have him up to the front like that. Okay, and let's look at his belt. Really cool design, this leathery design. Whitebeard's Jolly Roger, a little metallic cross here as well, and bullets that he could use. A little bit of a bronze metallic paint, nicely detailed. Goes all the way towards the back, and over here we can see the pistol host, and the metallic chain. Nice glow as well. Pistol. Nice little details. Grey in color, black in color. Okay, yeah, and of course you have the big gun. The big guns is a bit loose though, I would say, when you put it in the hand, and that's one of the things that I could complain about this figure. just the gun not fitting nicely as I would like it, but you can see the sculpting and the designs, pretty cool. It suits the Strong World theme. And looking at his pants, you can see the creases, front and back, well done. Okay, and of course he's not wearing any socks because it's just Ace, it's more street style. And I think he's wearing, what do you call this, loafers? Shiny loafers. Okay, so now show you guys about the base. And of course you see it's written nicely, one piece film Strong World Podcast the Ace. And you can see the 4 packs, and that's where Ace's feet goes onto. And as you can see, Ace can stand well without the base, so that's another option for you guys. Okay, and one last thing I want to talk about is, before I start to show you guys the height and everything, one last thing I want to talk about is the hat. So like what I did was I put the hat on like that, right? Okay, so there's another option for you to do it, is to put it at his back. And to do that you just have to, oh my god, but in order to do that you just have to make sure the strings of the hat goes underneath the collar, including this one. Okay, so you just get tucked in behind, and this is how you look. Let me put the flames back on. Is it this way or is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. So that's what you can do also. Alright, and obviously I advise against not putting Ace's head at all, because Ace without his head is just really not him at all. Okay, so what I'll do now is that I'll take out some of my other figures and we'll talk about the height. And probably I'll display the figure in different forms for you guys to take a look. Alright, so here I have my 2 Ace POPs and Gear 4 Luffy as well. And I'm just gonna tell you real quick about the height. It's about 9 inches with his hat on, almost 23 cm. Yeah, so I wouldn't say he's the taller POPs and not the shorter POPs, it's just around the average height. Yeah, and as you can see, just taking a glimpse with the 10th edition Ace, there is a difference in quality, even the figure color. This is a bit more yellowish, but once again, as I mentioned, this is one of the older versions. You can't expect too much of the older POPs. And personally, I think that the Mega House really did quite a good job with the figure. Okay, so before I end, just a quick 360 for you guys. Okay, I think that one of the ways you could display this figure is of course with your other Ace figurines. I think it'll look great together. And what I did is that I put one Ace on each side of one of my levels of my display shelf to make it symmetrical. I think it'll look really cool. Of course, if you have the Strong Edition figures, that is another option to go with. When you have all of them decked out in suits and in black, they'll look really cool too. And for this figure, I would definitely recommend it if you are a huge Ace fan. Okay, it's definitely must get. I'm totally amazed and in awe with the flames that you could put on. But if you're not an Ace fan, but if you have extra cash to spare, then go ahead and get this. It will look great in your collection. Trust me on that. Okay, so that's all I have for this figure. I want to thank you guys for all your support. If you like this video, please like it. Yeah, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And of course, please comment if you have any question you'd like to ask about POP Strong World Ace. So I'd like to thank you guys and see you again.